Okay, what's good, YouTube? This is Very Melon Man, and welcome to episode 21 of my Fallout 3 modded Let's Play. Last episode, we helped a couple of escaped slaves find a new plate from the, we helped a couple of escaped slaves travel to the Lincoln Memorial to set up shop and live a new life there. So, what we're going to be doing, what I want you to pay attention to right now, though, is the fact that I now have the Xenotech Expert perk when I did not beforehand. This is because I genuinely forgot the opportunity in the DLC for you to get this, and since I don't really agree with the idea of being able to miss out on this kind of perk, I decided to just console command it in. Forgive me for doing that. I don't really care with that, but I want to enjoy everything the game and these mods have to offer. So what I'm also going to be doing is finally adding that Xenotech Veteran perk. Basically, if Xenotech Expert increases the damage of all your Mothership Zeta weapons by 20%, then Xenotech Expert Veteran will increase the accuracy they have in VATS by 10% and the critical hit chance they have, or critical damage they inflict, by another 15%. Yeah, these perks not only unlock late in the game, they only unlock as you complete main quests and complete DLC quests, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Now I'm going to take the late kill perk to do 10% more damage and have some unique dialogue options as well. Now I'm going to craft the dart gun.
Don't try anything.
Ammo creation is a bit of a crapshoot in my opinion. I'm only really going to bother with it when I get to, like, you need ammo press kits, but I'm pretty sure those only exist in the Pitt DLC, so when we get to that one, that's when we can actually do something about that. For now, though, I'm just going to craft the dart gun at tier 3 with full conditioning. Right leg, minus 1,000 points of damage, and left leg, minus 1,000 points of damage, with the HP reduction being the poison effect when using the rad scorpion glands. And now I'm trying to figure out how to make weapon hotkeys on the PC. Press and hold hotkey and click the item you want for the hotkey works with weapons. Okay. So.
You're listening to Galaxy News Radio, and I'm your host, Three Dog, Lord and Master of all, I survey. Ah, yes, time for the news. I've been getting more and more reports of these mercenary maniacs from Talon Company, especially in the downtown DC area. If you see these hombres, steer clear. Whatever you have, they want, and they're not really into asking politely. Word is, these guys take all the contracts the other mercs won't. In short, there's nothing they won't do. So be careful out there. Until next time, this is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio, bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. Now, some music.
What a start to this episode. Sorry about that. Anyway. Dark Guns will be number 2. Ghost Rival will be number 3. Lincoln Repeater 4. Long will be 5. Laser Auto Cannon will be 6. For now. I'm not sure I'm going to keep that though. But. Whew. Alright. Okay. So, when near a workbench, this model will let me repair equipment and gear to 100%. Alright then. Don't know what the conductor even is, but that's great for me. Now I gotta dump most of my weapons back in my house so I can have room for your stuff. Sorry for all that waiting. God, that was just a lot of waiting. You know what? I should probably make Stimpaks number 9 just because having a healing key is alright. It's a lot faster than what was going to be normally, but that means I can only have 7 weapons stockpiled, and eventually my weapon selection is going to have to become a bit linear, because, you know, I plan on adding other weapons. The reason I'm doing this is because I figured out how to modify the use of small alien crystals and large alien crystals with the recycler perk in order to get more ammo, energy ammo specifically. So now we're going to go to the Oasis Merchant by traveling to Broadcast Tower here.
It's alive. The Wasteland is reborn.
What is it? What did you see, sir?
I saw life. Life is returning to the Waste. The Great One brings it to all of us. Damn. Oh.
What in the world? Wasteland Merchant note. But tomorrow I should reach the Green Mountain. The people there may be weirdos, but hey, they trade great stuff for the weapons and ammunition, so one might complain. Last time I was there, they told me that someone named the Great One wanted to speak to me, and that I should drink some of their homemade hooch and join them in some kind of ceremony. I'll probably take them up on it if I have time. I haven't had a drink in a while. So now, we've unlocked the waypoint to Oasis, which is next to the alien homing beacon. We're going to the very edge of the map for this one. So let's travel. First, let's save though, because the last thing I want to do is experience an unfortunate crash when we're here. Oh, by the way, if you're trying to get the alien blaster in the vanilla blaster from the vanilla version of the game, try and get the alien blaster, then, or if you want to get the
People of
regular.
the capital wasteland, it is I, Three Dog, your ruler. Hear me and obey. Oh, sorry. That's that other radio station.
He's talking about the
You're
Enclave
listening
News
to
Network.
the adventures of me, Herbert Daring Dashwood, and my stalwart ghoul manservant, Argyle. Today's episode, In the Black Widow's Web. Well, those super mutants are persistent, if nothing else.
So this is an X opportunity to teach you guys how the recycling perk works from this mod. You have to be in sneak mode or crouch down next to a pile of ashes or a pile of goo. Then use a large or small crystal to recycle into power modules, which is obscenely more ammunition for...
Now, old chum. Miss Chase is hardly going to violate the secrets of Rockopolis. Isn't that right, Miss Chase? Besides, necessity calls.
But I could turn all that. I could turn all.
Those super mutants can't be far behind. Just over here, this large boulder, and now that secret knock.
Jeez,
And
dead
voila.
things all the way over here. Cannot swear it.
Now that's what I call a get-away. So tell me, do you take all your girlfriends here?
Oh no, Miss Chase. I can assure you this will be our special place.
So unfortunately,
Listen to yourself, boss. This is Rockopolis,
Ooh.
one of the safest places in the wasteland, and you just showed a stranger where it is.
Ignore my manservant's mutterings, Penelope. He has a penchant for the dramatic, you see. By one time...
Oh, I don't know, Daring darling. I find the ghoul's instincts to be frighteningly accurate.
Here I thought we were friends, and now you have a gun in my face. Bad fall, Miss Chase, bad fall.
oh boy.
All you want. In about 30 seconds, my associates from the Paradise Falls will join us.
I knew it. I knew this dame was no good. But it's worse than I thought. She's the Black Widow, the leader of the slavers.
Quite right. We've been trying to capture these
Left-hand
Rockopolis
charge
rodents
pack,
for years.
another laser
Never
auto
could have done
cannon,
it without
which
you,
I'm fine
Daring.
with, because it means I can just
Looks like I've gotten this into one heck
repair
of a
the other
pickle,
laser
Argyle,
auto cannon
old
with
chum.
it.
One heck of a pickle indeed. Be sure and tune in next time for another exciting adventure of me, Herbert Daring Dashwood, and my stalwart ghoul manservant Argyle.
And now, some music.
Scanning, sir.
The dudes here sure are... Okay. So you're actually already at full, but... Yeah. Laser auto cannons are basically just renamed Gatling rifles. Gatling lasers. And I'm glad that they're just energy weapons in this game instead of healing weapons, so that's pretty cool. Alright. Free him. Untie him.
Oh my god. I thought it was...
Where there are super mutants, there are people being held hostage by them.
They dropped this stuff. Why don't you take it? It's all I have.
No, you need more than I will.
You'd know best, wouldn't you?
Oh. Well, that's a lot of gore I didn't need to see. Is there nothing to this abandoned shack but blood and lust? Blood and lust? Here. wanted to get to do, but there's really no way around the fact. But there's really no. There's skeletons here. You're saying no? No. It's okay. Hold on. Alright. I'm going the right way at this point. Alright, so. The trek to Oasis is. Well, it's interesting, I will admit. It very consistently looks like I have to go in the other direction to get there. Yeah, to actually get there. Is it like there? I think that is that he's not doing. I think that.
What do you need?
Sir, I am on the lookout.
Wow. Wait, see here. I think so this is a bit unfortunate, but I also don't really know what direction I'm supposed to be going in, or what direction I can go in, except around. Around. Yeah, starting to feel like going around is the only way you can even get to Oasis. It's like, it's definitely not as straightforward as it should be. Then? Oh, the goddamn fire. The goddamn gecko sounds. Geckos are not in the vanilla game. Someone managed to just add something that terrifyingly distracting to this game. I don't know why. Well, there you go. If you're looking for some dart guns, ingredients for a dart gun, there's a rat scorpion for you. Just eat the poison gland. Is it down the cliff? Well, that just happens. Unfortunately, Sergeant's massive health pool does not change the fact that he cannot use stim packs, so I don't bother giving him any to heal himself with. Jesus Christ. So he does not have any real ability to fix himself up. Due to waiting taking entirely too long for me. Fuck. No, I don't hate the Miz. Why? His squares are awesome. Well, I don't. Whoa, does that the Miz though? I always thought it was a really good heel. He was the best at doing very classic. Here we go. Oasis.
You have arrived. Please come closer. I have something of the utmost urgency to speak to you about. Do hurry. He doesn't like to be kept waiting. I'm so glad you're here.
Tree Father Birch. Interesting.
And he's been waiting for someone like yourself to arrive. If you wouldn't mind following me, I'll bring you right to him.
Okay, just a minute. Who are you and what is this place? I'm not following you until I know what's going on here.
I'm sorry. In my excitement, I got ahead of myself. I'm Tree Father Birch, and I have the great fortune of being leader of his people, the Tree Minders. Beyond that gate is our home, Oasis.
The Tree Minders?
Yes, we're the Tree Minders. We're his people. If you'll just follow me inside to the pavilion, all will be explained.
That was the ink spots with I don't want to set the world on fire.
Alright, I'll follow you on.
Excellent. Please follow me. All will be explained soon.
Radiation. Seems we've got a bit of news. Just listen to this. Hate, prejudice, violence, leave them all behind. The kid from Vault 101 did, so why can't you? The latest on our own ambassador of peace. Looks like I've got a spot of good news for you, children. A big thank you goes out to the mysterious traveler from Vault 101 for saving the little town of Canterbury Commons.
Super sorry about that. I thought I would just automatically walk or there'd be a cutscene. I'm not sure why I thought that.
Psychos called the Antagonizer and the Mechanist. Hey, I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. Thanks for listening, children. This is 3 Dog.
There's an autosave coming out, so things will happen.
News Radio. We're Radio Free Wasteland, and we're here for you. Up next, we've got a public service announcement. Listen up, children. This stuff's important. Just a friendly reminder to all you would-be bigots out there.
You have no idea how overjoyed I am to see you. Normally, outsiders are forbidden inside Oasis, but he has made an exception.
I've never seen a place like this, to be honest.
No, I suppose you haven't. In fact, few who live outside of Oasis have. Everything you see around you, from the tallest tree to the smallest blade of grass, is a gift from him.
The way you're saying him, who is it you keep referring to as him?
He is the one who grows. He is the one who gives, and he is the one who guides. No one speaks his name out of reverence for his majesty. Thanks to him, the Tree Minders have a home.
I may want to help. I need straight answer about who he is, dude.
I would have preferred that he made the introduction, but I understand your hesitation.
Yeah, I hope you
Great
did.
One is a god tree. A living, breathing, speaking god tree. The tree minders are blessed to have this being watch over us.
That's a strange name, Tree Minders. Why do you call yourselves that?
Is it so strange to care for one's home and keep it safe from those who would seek to exploit it? He gives to us, so we give back to him. It's an arrangement that's worked well for almost 2 decades. We shun technology and embrace nature. That's the life of a tree minder.
So, interesting. That's a good contradiction there. Why carry weapons if you shun all technology?
Sadly, the wasteland is a hostile place, and sometimes we're forced to defend ourselves against it. If that means fighting with manufactured weapons, then so be it. Had he not asked to see you...
So knowing how to compromise on your ideals actually makes you a bit more intelligent than my character would initially assume. Which brings us to why I'm here, I suppose.
Yes, indeed it does. Sorry, I don't speak to outsiders very often, and I tend to get lost in conversation. As you approached Oasis, he said you were coming, and I was sent out to meet you personally with a request. He wishes to meet with you. You'd be the first outsider to do so in a very long time.
I would be honored to meet this person under those circumstances. You seem like a friendly fellow, and your caution does make sense due to the rationale I've experienced as a scientist.
You must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him. Whenever you're ready, we may begin.
So what does this ceremony involve?
It's simple, really. You drink the sap from the basin here in the pavilion. The sap will purify your mind and body of anything harmful that could possibly hurt him. I assure you, nothing harmful will happen to you.
Alright, let's begin it then.
Very good. Take your place in front of the basin, and let's begin.
It's the ink spots and maybe.
Took a bit of futzing to get to the basin. Sorry about that, everyone.
To ward off any harm the outsider may be carrying before he proceeds to the grove.
I bid you depart, agents of destruction, through the power of his divine will.
So this is actually a really interesting little thing to see here in this cutscene. Like, my PC can handle it. My laptop here, my little Leveno, can handle it very well, but I wonder how this would have played on the PS3 version.
So that wherever you may go, you bear it with you.
And diminishing from day to day, you would disappear, except where you serve the health and good purposes of mankind. May no trace of you be found.
All this, may he be so good as to grant us, who is to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his verdure.
Amen. Soon, you will pass peacefully into sleep, outsider. And when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
It's a special thing that I don't want to eat too much. Or too often. And you're the tree minder. Or at least the tree god everyone talks about, aren't you?
Stand where I can see you.
Oh, well, sorry about that, tree god. Woo, boy. Yo.
Glad to see you're finally awake. I can't believe they made you do that stupid ceremony. They listen when I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean?
So, I'll be honest and I'll say this blows my mind. I must be dreaming.
I wish I was too. Then me and Herbert could be the best of friends and live side by side. He's the tree, see? We're old pals. The best of buddies. And we know each other. Inside and out. Literally. Well, his name's really Bob. I think it's funny to call him Herbert, but I don't think he thinks it's that funny.
Alright, so quick bit of trivia here. This is actually a recurring character throughout the Fallout franchise. He originated in the first game, and he reappears in the second. Now, the first game took place hundreds of years ago before 3. Specifically, this guy here is a ghoul who was forced into becoming a ghoul through the same experiment that the Master used to create the rest of his super mutants. But what happened to this guy is that he fused with a tree stump in his forehead, and the tree stump began to grow. And for some reason, he talks to the tree stump like it's an actual person. So over the course of those centuries, the tree obviously grew and eventually enveloped the rest of this ghoul's body. You can tell that that he's basically trapped in a flexible, organic tree trunk now. Sad guy. Being suspect you weren't always this way.
Well, you're quite clever. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head. Sunk his roots right in there, you know? Well, eventually he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside.
How did you go around your head?
It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa. Mariposa. We were pretty deep inside, and we found some weird vats of this nasty green goo.
That seems really
Right when we were about to leave, I think we were attacked. Yeah. Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff.
There have been more and more sightings of raiders over by
Well, hopefully it shows whatever. I'm here to help you, dude.
You have no idea how glad I am to hear that. We're glad to hear that. Me and Bob. I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor. Would you please kill me?
Kill you? You can't be serious.
Completely serious. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now. Rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god.
If I did, every tree minder would just come after me.
Oh, no, don't worry about them. When you decide to go down there, I'll have a little chat with Birch and the rest of the gang. They usually don't understand a word I say, but I'll make them come around.
So how would I be able to kill you? I'm pretty sure trees are immune to bullets and laser weaponry.
How to put this? I've been feeling rather spread out lately. I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some. It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides. Isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system. I want you to go underground and destroy my heart.
Really fair. Obviously, you can't kill yourself. You're a tree, so I'll do it.
You will?
My main character just went through Tranquility Lane. He believes in putting people out of their misery if the situation calls for it.
Oh, isn't that right, Bob? Just give me a little time to say goodbye to good old Bob, and then I'll be ready.
Well, goodbye for now then, Herbert, or was it Bob?
No. Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert because I think it's pretty funny. But I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name's Harold.
Alright, let's see here. Yeah, that's a lot better. Oh, radiated water. He's a mutant. Alright. So, we're going to go back in here to the wind gates. Yeah, the ritual doesn't really matter. It's just something to do for flavor. We have to talk to Sapling U first here.
You're the outsider, huh? You seem nice to me.
Any information we help you with the caves will always we help.
My parents told me never to go past the old gate. There are monsters in there.
So tell me about your god.
Oh, you mean Harold? He's really nice. Sometimes when I get really lonely, I go into the grove and talk to him. Sometimes I even curl up all cozy-like and sleep next to his root after I have a bad dream. I tell him what I'm scared of, and he tells me what he's scared of. It makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one.
Okay, just tell me to. I'm not gonna have a problem with it.
Sorry, that's only...
Oh, Jesus Christ. What is he scared of? Alright. How'd you end up here then?
I was born here, silly.
How's your country minder?
Just get born, I guess. You're funny.
Well, alright then. Basically, if you didn't fail the speech check like I did, you learn that Harold is afraid of fire.
I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong. Why else would he have called for an outsider's assistance?
The outsider is here to deliver us from our enemies, to keep this place safely locked away from the wasteland, not to exploit us.
How can we preach about peace when all you want to do is keep his gift all to ourselves? That's not what he would want.
If we allow the spread of this miracle to continue, we're putting him in jeopardy. I can't allow that. I won't allow it.
Once again, my husband, we are at an impasse. I suggest we speak to the outsider.
Agreed. Why else would the outsider have been allowed into the grove? Perhaps it's a test. Yes, that must be it. I know why you're here, and despite what my wife thinks, I know you'll do what's best for Oasis. After all, he chose you. And he would never want to put us in harm's way.
Alright, I'm afraid Harold's not God. He's just a human that had some bad luck, dude.
Oh, he's testing you now, just like he tested us. He wants to see if your faith is strong by spinning these incredible stories. Who else but a god could produce all of this? Don't worry, you'll soon see things as I do.
So, did you know that your god wants me to kill him? Are you worried that Harold wants to die?
Yes, I've been pondering that riddle myself for some time now, and I think I know what he's trying to tell us. The Great One's influence is growing, and soon it will break free of the confines of this secluded vale. We can't allow Oasis to call attention to itself like that. It would be the end of him.
Killing him should stop his influence from spreading.
You misinterpret his words, my friend. He wants you to extinguish that which seeks to make him vulnerable. If the same sap that you drank to purify yourself could be applied to his heart, it should stop the spread. I can promise you no harm would come to him. That's all I ask of you, outsider. Nothing more, nothing less.
And let's see what the other person has to say.
I love Birch, but sometimes I think he doesn't
Old
see
leaf
the big
mother
picture.
tree father. Okay,
Spreading
fine.
His influence is not a curse.
Is laurel some sort of pun on a type of plant or leaf?
Entire wasteland.
Okay, doesn't anyone care what your god actually thinks?
Of course we do. He yearns to share his miracles with the whole world, to give the gift of life back to the dead wasteland. It's upsetting him to no end, but Birch can't see the pain it's causing. But now that you're here, I have a feeling the winds are about to change.
Okay, I see where this is going.
I heard what my husband wanted you to do. but I
3 parts to this quest. Harold wants to die. Birch wants to keep this greenery to himself. But Laurel is the exact opposite.
You can reach his heart. It will assist in making his influence increase. Instead of centuries, the wasteland will become green in mere decades. Just imagine how glorious that would be.
Now,
Funny about the eagle claw.
so this is a very precarious situation, considering that
You ripped out her heart.
I always knew this broad was heartless. Get it, boss? Heartless.
Your kung fu skills may be
Branch tender Cypress at your service.
So basically, the problem. So this is the actual kind of map key to the caves.
Sure.
Thank you.
fearless leader
Your
of
opinion does not
Megaton.
matter
It's me,
because you're not
Derry.
offering any solution to the quest.
Derry Dashwood?
Basically,
Herbert Dashwood? I should have known.
if my if my main character here was more of a mad scientist who, strictly speaking, only cared about
She's the least of
enhancing
your
the
worries, Greg.
preservation of
In a few
life
seconds,
of the
slavers are gonna be
wasteland
breaking down your rocky
and
front door.
literally nothing else.
Slavers? You led the slavers here to Rockopolis? You idiots! Do you realize what
He would
you've done?
more than likely agree with
Inspired you to tighten your
Leaf
defenses?
Mother Laurel here and agree to spread Harold's influence. Because combining Harold's ability to grow
Welcome,
plant
summer
life
boss. Time to
across the
scram.
wasteland with Project Purity,
Citizens of Rockopolis, destroy these interlopers.
This
well,
way,
obviously
Argyle.
that's just
Into
the best of
caves.
both
It's
worlds
our
2
only
times
chance.
over, right? It's a super green, super healthy wasteland for everyone.
They're gaining on us, boss. That cliff up ahead. You think you can jump it? You ain't as spry as you used to be.
Best hurry, old chum. I can't hang on much longer. I think this could be the end of... Be sure and tune in next time for another exciting adventure of me, Herbert Daring Dashwood, and my stalwart
The problem,
old man
of
servant,
course-
Argyle.
And now, some music.
My leg crippled. Which means, yeah, you're slow now. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's the king. My leg crippled. Left leg. And as a man who wants to respect the rights of the living, I can't, in good conscience, just mindlessly agree with... I cannot, in good conscience, just mindlessly agree with the decision to go against Harold's true wishes. And just selfishly think about, like, I want to respect Harold's wish. My egg clutch, okay? Man, getting out of this place is going to be a pain because I have to actually swim to a new area. That's completely unprecedented.
It's the ink spots and maybe.
So, on the other hand, if I was just playing a straight up Enclave soldier, why would I ever want to help Harold spread his greenery? Like, what does the Enclave get out of doing that? The crafting system in this game needs... empty tin cans. Not bent tin cans, empty tin cans in order to... Oh well, empty tin cans in order to craft ammunition with, apparently. That's the weirdest thing about this entire concept to me. You know what, I'm gonna take that one more play, you never know. This place is so disgusting and polluted. I don't blame Harold for... like, his only choice is to let his heart... I think the kings look a lot scarier. I think the Mylar Kings look a lot scarier in this game. Oh god. Oh no. Bent tin cans. Gotta avoid those. Beyond that, the king cans here. Here, besides, like, This is disgusting. Alright. I hear a heartbeat, which means we're getting closer to the actual heart. Apply Birch's sap to stop Harold's growth. Apply Laurel's liniment to accelerate the growth, but we're going to destroy it. Now we've been exposed to Harold's mutation because of how close we have to be. Which grants us the Bark Skin perk, giving us a permanent 5% addition to our damage resistance. Does that mean that eventually the Lone Wanderer himself will succumb to the same fate as Harold? Are you serious? Yeah, but we're okay. Jesus Christ. Right? That's what you said. Absolutely. Nuclear Quantum, 10 pistol, rounds. I'm not about the drugs. So, like, if you're shooting up drugs in this place. Okay, we're out. Now we can explain ourselves to Bob. No, to Birch.
The Great One is dead, slain by your hand. Don't worry, I hold no grudge towards you. You'll have to forgive my people at a time like this, outsider. They aren't used to being so lost. I don't have the words to help them.
I have to say I'm surprised you weren't angry with me, to be honest.
Before you reached his home,
like, you are... Like, I don't agree with you at all, Birch, because you do not respect Harold's wishes, but you are a very nice man. I will say that you are a very nice man.
how could misled all these people. Perhaps.
And you realized you were wrong, which is the important part.
Things would have turned out different.
So what will become of Oasis?
Even though the Great One has left us, our memories of him will never die. With Bloomseer Poplar's help, I'm confident we can keep Oasis alive and carry on as tree minders.
Stop talking about Jalal.
Go, but never forget the gifts the Great One bestowed upon us.
Oh yes, I'm definitely not going to forget the fact that I have bark skin. Ever. Well, I think the only good place to end it here is to just stay in front of Harold while we sign off in this episode. Will we end up like Harold in the future? The future even doesn't know the answer to that question. So how could I do it? What we'll be doing in the future is visiting Underworld again for a very interesting side quest involving a very interesting ghoul. Now, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you all next time.